So let's welcome to the stage our first startup of the four, Biome. Round of applause, please.
Hi, I'm Marta, and I'm the late co-founder of Biome. I actually grew up on this stage, but dancing on point shoes rather than holding a mic. And it's one of the biggest reasons why I chose to leave my computer where I usually like to stay, and I like to make things happen. Well, one thing I do remember is how invigorating it felt to stand on this stage. And I want you to envision that feeling of energy, thriving immune system, and freedom, also known as the health span, for one more year of your life. Now imagine that on a global scale. Well, the world's GDP would rise to $37 trillion. Imagine being able to possibly accomplish that with a few simple steps. Starting with non-invasive daily scanning that takes only 1 minute a day. It's by scanning your face, your tongue, answering a few questions, connecting your wearables, and inputting your lab results. All to understand unique metabolic profile, so we can personalize our fermented essences just for you. Our sachets are filled with a combination of biodynamic ingredients and packed with metabolites of fermentation. Now imagine metabolites as little messengers going from your gut microbiome to the rest of your body and telling it what to do and how to utilize the ingested nutrients. Now imagine being able to rewire those pathways to achieve the optimal version of yourself, the most vital version of yourself. Well, we call this using metabolites as medicine. The thing is, you don't have to really imagine, because we are already doing this. We're mapping two complex systems, combining our client's vitality data with our bank of metabolites of fermentation, and bringing you our client-oriented subscription service and a pack of your personalized age biotics at your doorstep each month. We have been validated by the leading institutions and also received a Clean Accelerator Award for reducing the carbon footprint by 90% during transport. None of this would be possible without our interdisciplinary STEM team. But lastly, I want you to imagine the world of Universe, where we have re-envisioned health, where we have made aging a choice, where possibly one of the biggest world polluters, the pharma industry, might not possibly have to exist in as extent as it does today. And thank you for envisioning a world with me that we believe could possibly be not that far away.
Ladies first, no?
Hi, thank you for the presentation. How do you plan to implement AI in this?
Well, the thing is, like I showed, we have developed our proprietary machine learning model that combines two complex data systems of our clients' vitality data that we've gathered through our now beta version of the app that just launched about 2 weeks ago. And with the bank of metabolites that we are currently gathering through our products. And we are connecting their needs and their unique metabolic profile with the metabolites they need every single month. And through longitudinal data that we receive from them through the app, we manage to track their progress, not just them in one piece and moment in time, but continuously, and support and guide them. Ani is their guidance through their entire vitality process. So AI is actually in Ani's DNA from the very beginning, because unfortunately, if humans were only able to come to best conclusions, we already would have. And we believe with the combination, we can achieve a greater future.
Okay. Why did you choose a subscription model for business model, please?
Well, the thing is, the vision of Ani in our company has always been the same, to help our clients. And at the very beginning, we believed that we could possibly do that in retail. The thing is, we came across very often the question is, this helped me, this changed my life, but which one do I really need? Which one do I need tomorrow? And unfortunately, we can't tell you that unless Ani knows you. Ani knows your lifestyle, because my ideal metabolic system is most likely not yours, because our lifestyle is different. Our sleeping pattern is different. Our genes and epigenes. So the only way for us to truly understand someone is to track them and support them along the way. Not only that, but there is scientific research. We also now conducting our very first of our own this month, says that continuous intake of fermented, not just today, but little by little, day in, day out, gives the best results in metabolic profiling. That you can actually achieve the best results in diversifying the gut microbiome and lowering overall body inflammation.
There you go. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I have two questions, which are not very related or not directly, at least,
Okay.
but I think two important points. Point number one would be if you can further elaborate on your contribution to climate change and the climate crisis. And then if you have any signal of tractions or anything on the commercial side, any number you can share, it would be very helpful.
The first question. Our vision has always been change and helping the people today and tomorrow, but starting off today, because we want to change it now. We want our clients to feel better now. And I think at the very beginning of this conference, the presentation stated with health of people in this world right now is declining, unfortunately. Not only that, but the nutrients they are intaking is not as good as it should be. Through our products, we are not only taking care of the vitality of our clients and tracking them and supporting them along the way, are also fermentation, proprietary system fermentation allows high bioavailability from the nutrients to increase all the things that, unfortunately, through the years, we have neglected and looked over to mass production. But on more practical side, why we actually received the award is because you must know fermented. It's a long tradition of technology, but it's alive. And it's very hard to ship it. And now we managed to contain it and put in compressed packaging. So the shipping is very simple and also reduce the carbon footprint by 90% because it's so light. The package, we're continuously working on the packaging actually. Right now it's completely recyclable. And our upcoming systems, we're waiting for some EU regulations so we can use complete biodegradable, but we're going to be ready for that, as well as the printing on the actual packaging to also be completely biodegradable. I think that's the first question. The second question, we have, as I stated, we have another brand which is in retail, but we are completely focused on Ani because we believe that's the focus and how we can truly help our clients. And last year we have also a loyal base of consumers which are helping us develop our machine learning model. And the more info we get, we're going to also achieve it. We had last year a revenue about 300K. We believe we will enlarge it this year as well because we are working truly with our clients, supporting them along the way. And it's just not one-time purchase. It's be with them.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. You sure? Okay. So it's good. No, please, because I thought we were out of time. So okay, I have one more question. So I'm worried about a regulation challenge. So what are they for these products? Because it's maybe some with pharma. I don't know if I'm right or.
Well,
are there any? To me, it's very complex, and
yes.
That's what I see.
Okay.
So regarding the AI Act and everything, how you plan to use the data from your patients and your customers because you're in healthcare practically, and it's going to be really strictly regulated. So
Okay, I believe the first question was more with product-based, and one was the physical product and the digital product. The physical product itself, the amazing thing, it's completely natural. So there is no pharma strains in it. And not only that, but we're actually working on truly putting it on market as food as medicine. We actually have most of the team right now, and me as well, is part of the health accelerator from the European Union that's based in Israel to working on putting stuff on the market that's completely food as medicine. So there shouldn't be any problem with regulation. And regarding the AI, from the very beginning, our clients' data has been an extreme important factor because they give you such personal details. I know you tell the Ani some things that you most don't tell your partners, how often you went poop, and what shape was it? Because it's quite an important thing.
I'm going to have to end you there on a great note as well. Okay, round of applause, please. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Okay. Cut her off at a bit of an awkward moment, but it's fine. Okay, let's welcome to our next startup, Flash, Banking Reinvented. Welcome. Round of applause, please.
Hello, my name is Milica and this is Flash. Despite the fact that effects of bank digitalization are visible, there is still no centralized location where you can manage all your transactional accounts, pay cardless and cashless, and use simple and effective loyalty programs at the same time. I present you Flash, the super app that connects banks, merchants, and users, increasing efficiency while cutting costs for all stakeholders. Flash provides our clients with a one-of-a-kind experience with endless possibilities. For start, we plan to go to Montenegrin market, and our long-term goals is to expand our business on European market. There are several solutions that are simple, fast, and cost-effective as Flash, but they all cover only a part of Flash services. We have two business models, B2B to C model on the Montenegrin market, where our clients are banks and merchants, and we have B2C model. Due to regulatory requirements, we can implement it in Europe. So the revenue streams are presented for both models. We've just finished a short, intense, and successful journey, but I believe that it's just the beginning. We won several local startup competitions, presented our solutions at local and international conferences, and begin talks with local banks. And we need an investment for reach our goals and to complete our journey for this year. Flash is led by a team of highly professional and dedicated co-founders with a strong background in IT and banking industry. Milena Plamenac is a full-stack developer and expert for e-commerce solutions. Natasha Popivoda is a senior software architect and IT project manager with portfolio full of IT and banking projects. And myself, I'm Milica Gazivoda. I've spent the last 15 years in local banks, mostly in IT and digital departments. So, to conclude, no card, no cash, no problem. Flash. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If you don't mind, I will ask my colleague to join
If we could have 7 minutes on the clock for questions, please.
Is it 7 or 5 now?
It's 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same as yesterday.
Weird.
I see 5.
Yeah, I see 5 too. I don't understand. It's like 7. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Can I do this question? Yeah. So, thank you for the presentation. I'm just going to touch on the competitive landscape because over there you had some like major players.
Yes.
So, I mean, some are here. Yeah, some are here. I was talking to them like a minute ago. No, they're not here though. Yes, that one. So you have like Apple Pay and Zelle and Venmo and whatnot. Like these are very big players. So like, how do you see yourself? Like, how do you see yourself winning essentially?
this slide is, with this slide, we want to show that some of big players cannot cover all functionalities. We want to include merchants in that process, to go cardless, and to go cashless totally. And to connect users not to virtual account, but to their transactional account. So that's the major differences between us and so big players.
But the question is, will someone use them instead or with use like, so will, if I use Flash, will I not use Apple Pay or not use Venmo? That's sort of the question.
No, you can use Apple Pay or you can use Venmo, but you can use Flash and to make differences in payments between these solutions and our solution. Because Apple Pay, you add your payment card. In Flash, you don't have to add the payment card. You are already connected to your transactional account and pay contactless or transfer the funds with a mobile phone contact without a card connected to your account. So the process
how do you do that then? So like I use Apple Pay just because I'm lazy. So it's just like.
Yes, and you can use Flash because you are lazy also, because you can pay contactless and to pay directly for your transactional account. If you want to make some kind of if you want to move back your funds, you cannot. You have not wait 2 or 3 hours for processing. Your money is on your account in 2 or 3 minutes. So that is basically the point of why we go cardless, because we remove plastic. We can make processing quickly than some other providers.
Thank you.
You said you need 300K investment. So where will you spend it and why?
I present it on the slide. That's the basically measures for investment and for developing what would be mostly these funds, because we have to complete the whole solutions with security standards, with strong backend, and to use user-friendly solutions that would have UI that would be great for our users.
Sorry if you mentioned, but do you have any users yet?
No, we are in process of finishing the communication with one local bank, and we expect that we connect with them in. I think next month we can start to connect to them and to be on local market at the end of this year.
Is it a local bank? So is there a possibility to share?
Sorry,
is it a local bank, or is there any possibility to go in Europe or in US?
Yes, it is a local bank because we have not still implemented the PSD2 directive in Montenegro. Yeah. So we have to connect to banks, to local banks. So our clients in banks in Montenegro are basically banks. In Europe is a totally different situation. We can go to B2C model and to implement solution.
Just a quick question. How do you monetize? I didn't see that anywhere. How do you make money?
Per transaction. Okay, I will change the slide. That installation maintenance fee is based on model in Montenegro. We offer banks our solution as a software that they use for their purpose. And installation maintenance fee is for them. For merchants, we offer solution without installation fee, but there is some kind of maintenance fee. And we have a revenue share model with banks for transaction fee. Also with merchants is a revenue share for transaction fee. And we have a model of loyalty integration. Merchants can implement their loyalty programs in our app, and there is some kind of fee for that loyalty integration. And subscription fee is a model for Europe where we can implement directly and offer our solution to private individuals.
Hi, thank you very much for your presentation. Can you please clarify how do you contribute in terms of CO2 savings or emissions or the climate crisis?
I already mentioned that we go totally cardless, so we element plastics from payment card and for loyalty programs cards. So we go totally cardless, plastic free, so that is our contribute to sustainable future.
We have 29 seconds. Would you like to finish with something to...
The point?
Yes.
I just repeat, no card, no cash, no problem, Flash. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, a few notes being made there. Let's bring out our next startup, Flexgrid. Round of applause, please.
Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. My 3 minutes starts now. Okay, I'm Goran Pavlov, and let me present to you the best way to increase your grid capacity. In basic terms, every time power demand is higher than power production, you have a power outage. In simple words, the fuse goes down. If the fuse goes down once in a month, it's no problem. But if it goes 10 times a day, if it goes in, let's say, environments like leisure camps, refugee camps, you get riots. So the thing is really important. To solve this problem, immediate fix is to install backup fuel generators, to invest in new renewable energy production units, or rent mobile power stations. But there is a better way than invest in production units. With better control of your load, you can also prevent power outages. This is called demand-side management system. And in recent scientific journals, you can find that multi-user dynamic demand-side management system is the next thing in smart grid development. So what we have developed is first user-centric demand-side management system that is simple to use, that enables you to diversify essential loads from non-essential loads. And one thing that's most important is that it works out of the box. So why we did this? We did this to meet the market need for more sustainable way to solve the problem of power outage. And also we did this to close the competence gap of hardware producers. They usually don't have the capacity to operate and maintain IT and IoT systems. This is directly connected to our marketing model, and that is to offer Flexgrid technology to multiple markets under various brands. So talking about market trends are positive, and double-digit growth of our main delivery market is encouraging. The business model is for every mobile power station in the world to have Flexgrid technology as an add-on feature. So currently, we already have the funding to get this technology to the market. By the end of this year, we will have first installation in operative environment. And for next year, we plan to have at least one commissioning of one leisure camp and integrate with one mobile solar generator producer. This is our team. Ivan is here, is in the audience. But in the whole team, it's not only two of us. The two of us is for you to get us to know whom to contact during the networking event. But more than 15 experts are committed to developing this technology. Thank you, everybody. Flexgrid, the best way to increase your grid capacity. By the way, I need to say to the organizer, this is all presentation. you know.
Well, they gave you the old presentation to the new one, yeah.
Yeah, I gave the new one.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah.
We won't put minuses for that. You're all good.
There was, yeah.
Okay, so the whole market is the focus, but what is the primary focus for you now at the moment? Which market?
The primary focus, as we said, are the leisure camps. Okay. So this is our first case study. Only in Croatia, there is 91,000 leisure camps in Croatia, accounting for 21 million of overnight stays, and that is 1.2 billion euro business yearly. So if we convert this to total market, total installation market is 45 million euros, and maintenance cost is 4.5 million euros. That's only in Croatia. So that's our primary market, because we want to know our case study really well, so that we can say, okay, now we can expand globally. If we don't know end user needs, we would not be able to fulfill them.
So it's your pilot market is
yes,
leisure camps.
Pilot market is here.
You want, or I can go one more?
You can go one more.
Okay. You make money at the moment?
Of course, we all need to live off something, but this is no. We are not earning money from this technology. We have our other ways of income.
My question was, which is good. You have a market that has a problem, so they have a pain, so they will hopefully pay for it. But you also help in the sense of why we're here, in the sense of like helping the my head is like the environment. Thank you, the word I was looking for. Can you just like double down on that, just to help us understand that as well? So this is outside of the more commercial use case that you will sell to right now.
Yes. Okay. So for the leisure camp owners, this is really good, because the CO2 footprint of facility is something that's really in sustainable tourism and everything. So it's not only about technology. Of course, the technology, like investment in renewable energy sources, directly gives you lower maintenance costs, lower utility bills, and it helps you to prevent power outages. But including to that, we have an ABC 123 system. It's for users to select their power, let's say, model. And depending on power model, they see how much CO2, how much less CO2 is emitted to the area. And also they can see how, what's the unit price for the electricity. So for them, we are pushing them with this ABC. We are pushing them to consume less energy, be more environment friendly. And so for the leisure camp owners, this is not only the way to solve their technical problem, but also the way to increase their market value and their market visibility. We think green, we do green, and this is all in one, because this is an IT system, and with IT system we are directly targeting these communication messages to the end users.
Hi, thank you very much for your presentation. May you please tell us a bit more about your prototype and how's that going, and what milestones you want to achieve with that?
Okay, so the prototype is part of CMM system. It's a monitor, measure electric system. Something in is due to the electric smart, something like smart metering or smart control and metering. So it's a combined hardware and software solution. The hardware part is a smart meter that goes on every post, and the IT system is the one that does the ticketing, prioritization. So we have prioritization by users. Depends if you choose ABC. If you are #1 priority user, then you will always get the energy, but you will also emit the highest amount of CO2, and you will pay the highest price. But if you go to C, then you will have limited access to the electricity. But again, we give you system 1 to 3, and 1 to 3 is to classify your essential loads from non-essential loads. Then you say, okay, this is really important to me. Although I am a C user, I will put this appliance as priority #1. So we'll always try to leave this priority #1 appliances on, and something like that. So it's we put it simple as ABC 1 to 3, but in technology-wise, it's not that simple. Yeah.
How did you came up with the idea?
Everybody who knows me, and there are a lot of them here in the crowd, always know that I have tons of ideas a day. So my main problem is to select one idea per day. This is idea that is old, let's say, 3 years. That's when we wrote the EU proposal and got the funding for this project. The idea came from battery energy storage. The battery energy storage stores energy and does the same thing. It's called peak shaving. But the investment in the battery energy storage is rather high. So we say, okay, let's do something in between. The only way to sustainability is to spend less, to spend as little as possible. So that's where the idea came from.
All right, so I understand you have both a software and hardware component. Is that already the case? Are you planning to manufacture also the hardware part, where you just buy somewhere?
Okay, so for this control and management hardware, it's not that really complicated. We have a producer here in Split. It's Elmar Electronic, so it's professionally done and it can be scaled as much as we want. But we do not want to be hardware producers. We want to integrate with mobile power generator units, and we are just selling them this one component together with the software.
Yeah, so that was my question practically, but I wanted to ask you, how much money do you need right now? Because the prototype looks quite cool, but what's the next step?
Okay, so
5 seconds.
Okay, so for the prototype, we already have the money. To be sustainable, we need like 300,000 euros per year. It's not that much, or we want to spend it all in acquiring new customers. So the prototype is already built. Who wants to invest in renewable energy sources? It's like 8% of their investment in the solar panels. So if you are investing in solar panels...
There. That was a long 5 seconds as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
There we go. He spoke as fast as he could in those 5 seconds. It was pretty impressive. Okay, and welcoming our final startup to the Startup Challenge, BeBeep.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ivo, and on behalf of our team, I'll present you a startup, BeBeep. So, moving from one city to another in our region became quite complicated. Buses and trains are old and uncomfortable and are often late, while taxis also expensive. Cost of maintenance, cars, petrols, and tolls became a significant part of every household's budget. 75% of every car's journey across Europe has an occupancy rate of 2 people, which means that almost every car on the roads has at least 3 seats available. This shows inefficient usage of cars on the roads and also unacceptable way of polluting our environment. So BeBeep is a carpooling platform which allows our users easier and more comfortable transportation, as well as to save money by sharing the costs with the other users. Our users are divided into 2 groups, drivers and passengers. Drivers will have opportunity to list their rides as well as costs. On the other side, passengers will be able to search through the rides and contact the potential driving partners with whom their plan match. Our business model is a transaction-based business model. So our revenue will be generated from the transaction fees from each ride on the platform. The market that we are targeting shows need and constant growth. So PwC is projecting the 5 major sharing economy sectors to have a revenue of $330 billion by 2025, out of which the carpooling sector will have a revenue of $20 billion. In our region, in Balkan region, we are projecting $50 million market with almost 37 million potential users. We launched the platform in February 2022. So far we have over 5,000 users with a quarterly growth rate of 40% and over 3,500 rides offered. And even though we are first in the Balkan region, especially in Montenegro and Bosnia, carpooling business model proved to be very successful business model in the world, where we identified BlaBlaCar as our main competitor. However, we believe that through the machine learning features that we are developing and gamification, we are going to make a two-click carpooling platform which is going to be more social inclusive and environmental friendly. And we also believe that our team can create a competitive advantage. Our team is consisted of 3 members. Petar is a data scientist in JLL. Me, myself, I work in the supply chain and finance industry in Amazon. And Marco is a UX and UI designer at Fleca. Thanks, everybody. I'll invite also the other 2 members to join me on the floor.
So thank you for the presentation. So basically, BlaBla doesn't have any fees in Croatia right now. Why should I use your platform instead of BlaBlaCar?
So first of all, BlaBla is introducing the fees. They will be making fees very soon in Croatia as well. However, what we are doing right now, we are developing, we want to make our platform more social, inclusive, and environmental friendly. So what we are doing currently and how we want to differentiate ourselves, we are developing a gamification feature where all the users will be having a kind of a leaves as points that by using our platform. And this will give them opportunity to get a discounts on the petrol. We have already had talks with the 2 petrol stations in Montenegro. We don't have like letter of intents signed, but they have confirmed that they are willing to give a discount of 3% for our users. And the other thing, what we are doing, we are trying to leverage the data-driven also to make a 2-click carpooling platform for our users. That will be done by analyzing the behavior of our drivers and publishing the rides in 2 clicks and segmenting the rides. And also we'll be sending the notifications to the passengers that are looking for the rides so they can also in 1 click reserve the rides. So these are 2 main differentiations that we are working currently on, and also raising constantly awareness on the environment through the gamification feature.
Hi there. Can I ask? Yeah. So my presentation is beautiful, by the way. I just have to say that.
Thanks.
Beautiful. Love it.
Thank you.
But I'm so scared about competition because it's not just BlaBlaCar. So for instance, I take Uber between cities. Like I've literally done it around the world. And it costs whatever it costs. Probably cheap, probably more expensive than you guys. But it's also a distribution thing. What will force me to download your app and do that? Other companies have invested tons of money to get the drivers and the people and everyone, because you have the chicken and egg in that sense. I mean, you do have growth. I've seen users. Are those registered users or those rides, actual rides?
Those are registered users. So you can see that also out of those 5,000, 3,500 rides has been already offered on our platform. So people are actively using, and
so 3,400 are actual rides.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
And so you're coming out from a part of the world where this where this does not exist. BlaBlaCar is here already. People have even if they introduce fees, which you also have. I'm already used to that, so it's already my go-to thing. Because I only use Uber, I don't use Lyft anywhere in the world. I just use Uber or I don't use Bolt because I said already, I'm lazy. I have 1 app and that's it. So I know there's other people that will do more, but what are you going to offer the user to do that? So it's again, I understand bonuses and this and that, but what are you really going to do to make everyone here switch over?
That's a good call out, but our logic is the first thing, we started from the Balkan region, especially Montenegro, Bosnia, Kosovo, Albania, where you don't have any carpooling app. So what is our aim? We want to educate people on the carpooling, and we want to raise the market entrance and raise the barriers of market entrance in the market where the startup ecosystem is not that developed. We don't want to allow like the bigger players just to come in and conquer the market.
But you'll sell it to them. But you'll sell to them. That's a good idea.
We will not escape with exit
That's
strategy.
a good idea. Just saying. Yeah.
The other thing, like our long-term strategy is we would like to become like one-stop mobility shop in the Balkan region by introducing new features. This is the long-term plan. With what we are trying to do, we would like to create the features like introducing also busing services and vans with the last-minute booking and making the predictions on the adjustments on the rides and the costs of the rides via buses, and also increase the occupancy of the buses, and also to try to make the partnerships with the buses by route planning and kind of optimizing the routes in the whole region. No, this is the ultimate stop.
It makes sense. I'm just saying, like, that is such a, like, if you're looking from an investment perspective, it's so crowded. So you have Kiwis doing everything. Book a Trip is now doing things, which acquired a company here. You know, there's like, I forgot what the Russian one was called. They might be banned now because of whatever. But in the US, you have a couple. Like, there's so many companies doing this. So just, I understand, like, if your tactic is, and you don't have to say that in the stage, if your tactic is like to get your country or the region, then exit, like, pretty good idea. Like, but going global, I feel that's just like you need too much money to do that. That's my thought, but yeah.
Just one point, quick point. Our logic is that there is always like place for more than one or two major players in the markets. Yeah, but I know, but like Uber and Lyft, honestly, like I don't know like the difference. I see just the different colors on the applications. They still made it to get a bunch of investments. I don't see the reason why couldn't we like introduce the new features in our region and then expand globally.
No, sure, but it's also they happened at, and again, I'm not wasting. I'll let someone else. They also started at the same time or slightly after, so it was a competitive and it was go-to-market strategy versus than anything else. Sorry. Next.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. I agree, it's very nice, so congrats on that. On the other hand, I have a company as well. I know how it's been to compete with the big guys, so I know it's possible. In my experience, you have to focus on one, two things and do it way, way better than the others. I think the advantage you might have is the local network and to have users that choose you over the other options over time. So I was wondering, what share of rides, what's the market share of BlaBlaCar or maybe that's easier, your share in your top markets, like right now with this number of users? I don't know the local market. I try to understand whether you have a competitive advantage.
5-second answer.
So 0% BlaBlaCar, 100% BeBeep right now as we are present in Montenegro and Bosnia. They're not there at all. So
then there is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Excellent. Round of applause, please, for BeBeep.
Thank you.
Download the app, get involved, support some local businesses. Okay, that wraps us up.